What's up, everybody? Welcome to Relationships with EJ82. I have a question for you. Are you still hurting after the breakup? Now, I want you to think about this question because a lot of people, right off the back, they want to be tough. Yeah, I'm good. Now I'm straight. I'm better off without them and all that kind of stuff. But I want you to sit back and think about it and really assess, are you good? Are you still feeling that pain? And it doesn't have to be a recent breakup. Some of us are still hurting from breakups that have been years ago, and it's time to heal. But anyway, I have 7 signs that you may still be hurting from this breakup. Number one, and this is my big pet peeve, and that is you're still following their life. Why? Why? They have moved on. Their life is something totally different. It's over there now. But yet, uh, you follow them on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Reddit, YouTube, wherever they are. You're following them. You're still talking to all their friends that tell you, oh, did you know? Did you know? Did you know? And all that's doing is just deepening and deepening those wounds. It makes those wounds hard to heal. It's like I said before, it's like ripping off a scab, you know what I'm saying? And you just keep ripping it off. In fact, you know what? The funny part about it is that some of these marks you see I have on my arm and whatnot. Oh, not that one. It's because when I was younger, I would get a cut and I'll keep peeling and peeling and picking and picking and picking, and it made it so hard to heal. But when it finally healed, it left a mark that is never going away. Never. When you follow your ex, when you follow their life, continue to be part of or try to be part of their life, you know, whether how I say it, intravenously through somebody else. I think that's the way they say it. You know, but no matter how you're trying to stay in that person's life or try to stay knowing in the present of that person's life, that is nothing but going to leave you a wound or a mark that is never going to go away. Never. So stop it. Delete all those profiles. Delete all those Facebook accounts. Delete those Twitters and those Instagrams that this person is part of. Start a new one. Start a new one. I got nothing against social media. I love social media. But I'm saying delete all of those accounts where his or her life is part of, and start new accounts with your new life. Begin the healing with right there. The second sign, if you will, is that you still get upset when you talk about them. And you get upset because why, when you're talking about them, you start thinking about them again, about what was, what could have been, what they did, what they didn't do, how they hurt you, and all these things start going through your mind, and you start, and sometimes you don't even know you're getting upset, but you go from, yeah, I used to be married. You go from that to, yeah, and you don't know, you don't understand. I'll never marry another woman again because she was just like, okay, you still getting upset over somebody that left you whenever. Here's my tip about that. You go to the doctor's office and you say, doctor, when I do this, it hurts. The doctor said, well, stop doing that. Well, I'm saying if you talk about this person and it upsets you, stop talking about them. Keep that person's name out your mother mouth. Okay, we all know where I got that from, but anyway. But seriously, if it upsets you when you talk about this person or these people, stop talking about them. Somebody comes up to you and says, "Oh, listen, did you hear what Susie Q?" Hey, listen. I got no business with Susie Q. I don't want to know. Don't want to hear about it. Don't care one way or the other. Oh, but hey, whoa. I said no. And if you got to get up and walk away from that friend because that friend is insisting on telling you what Susie Q is doing, then get up and walk away. Oh, girl, I got some gossip for you. You wouldn't believe what happened to Peter. You know what? I don't want to know what happened to Peter. I don't care nothing about Peter. Me and Peter are not together. His life is his life. Let's change the subject. No, but you got to. Okay, you know what? I'll call you tomorrow. Stop talking about this person if it bothers you. If it upsets you when you talk about them, stop talking about them. Number 3, you still blame them for everything all the time. Watch your conversations when you're talking to your friends and your family about their relationships or about relationships in general. And if you find yourself, every time you open your mouth, it's a blame game. Well, you know what? I hear what you're saying about children because Susie Q could not do that. She was just the worst at it. Oh, no. Oh, the car. Yes, I remember. Listen, Susie Q got a car and she couldn't afford the payment. Stuck me with it. That was her fault. And it's like every single thing is their fault. It's their fault, and it's there all the time. Well, I got some news for you. And it's a little bit of bad news because, first of all, if a relationship succeeds or a relationship fails, it's never 100% on the back of anyone, okay? So if it succeeds, it's because both of them worked at it. If it fails, it's because both of them failed at it. There is no 100% all your fault. That's a farce. Okay? Number 4, you constantly bringing them up in conversations. Have you ever been sitting around talking with your friends and it's just like there's just no way of getting around them mentioning their ex? Oh, yo, listen, I met this girl at my job, man. She's a sweetheart, you know. She's Spanish though, you know. I don't know. I'm thinking about I don't know about Spanish girl. Oh man, listen, my ex-wife was Spanish, man. I'm telling you, you don't want to get into that because I remember when, and it's like, bro, nobody's even talking about you. Hey, but you know what? I was thinking about buying a new plasma TV. Wait, did I say plasma? Oh my gosh, I'm an old man. I was thinking about getting a flat screen TV for the front room, but you know, I don't know. My wife isn't a big fan of flat TV. Hey, listen. Hey, I know what you mean because when I was married, Susie Q did not like flat screen TVs, man. I'm telling you, we used to argue. How did Susie Q get in the conversation about me buying a flat screen for my house? When you're constantly bringing up your ex in your conversations, it's a clear sign that you're still hurting over that breakup or over them. So pay attention to your conversation. You might not hear it because you don't pay attention to it. But if you stop and listen, and if you have friends that are real friends, they'll point it out to you. Number 5. This is the big one. Constantly proclaiming your independence. Oh, no, girl, listen. I'm glad he's gone. I'm better off without him. No, I'm good. I'm gravy. What, brother? Please, man. It's hurting me? Man, I've been done with that. I'm good. I'm glad I'm living a single life, man. You don't know what that means. Anytime you have to proclaim something to or constantly proclaim something to everyone, it's not because you're trying to convince them. It's because you're trying to convince you. And you have to convince you to cover up the fact that it's all bullshit. You are not good. You are not happier without them. You are not gravy. You know what I'm saying? You're still in pain. You're still hurting. And the biggest part of that is you won't admit it. So if you don't admit that you're still hurting, then there's no way possible to begin the healing. So you have to admit it. Look, you know what? I'm not better or worse off with or without him or her. I'm just different. And yes, it did hurt me, but I'm recovering. I'm healing. You know, I'm growing. But you got to start with admitting that at first, you're not good. Okay, Superman was a TV character. And Wonder Woman was a cartoon character. These people do not exist. You are not them. You are hurt. Just say it. You feel better just to admit it. And then you could start the healing process. But every time they get up there and they want to stand up on the corner and shout off the rooftop how good and how better they are without this one or that one. I'm glad they left. They should have left a long time ago, whatever. It's all a smoke screen. And not just to convince you, but mostly to convince themselves because they trying to hide from what's really going on inside them. Number 6, you think about them a lot. Now, nobody can read your thoughts or read your mind, but you know you think about them. And it saddens you. Sometimes it angers you. Sometimes it confuses you, leaves you with a bunch of questions all in your head. But if you're constantly thinking about this person who has got up and has left you, you're still suffering. You're still hurting. And we got to start getting past that. You know, it's nothing wrong with admitting this. Okay? Like I said, admitting it will be the first step to recovery. Like the what was it, the 12-step program? The first step to recovery is admitting I have a problem. You know, and I believe it. You know, first step to recovery is admitting that you're hurt, you're damaged. Number 7, last one. After all that is said and done, you end up blaming. Number 7, you're constantly blaming yourself for not being enough. A lot of times people don't realize this, but after they have gone through all the anger, the pain, and all of this, that, and the other, and the back and forth and whatever, they begin to think, you know what? There is a big possibility that he left me because of me. Because I'm not pretty enough. I'm not sexy enough. Not smart enough. I don't make enough money. You know, I'm not that good with children. I can't cook. This is why he left me, because I'm the bum. That is not entirely true. Okay, I'm trying to lighten up a little bit. But this is not your fault entirely. There are things about you or things that you have done, things that you have said, things that you shouldn't have reacted to that you did that damaged the relationship. And so did he. The relationship fell apart. He decided to go his way or she decided to go their way or whatever. It is not all on you either. It's not a matter of you just wasn't enough for them. Okay? That's not true. And if they tell you it's all your fault, don't believe that crap. If they tell you that you're not, nobody's gonna want you because you got problems. Everybody got problems. Okay? So don't start blaming yourself like it's all your fault and he or she didn't do anything. They were God's gift to humanity and you screwed that up. That's not true. Okay? You messed up some stuff, they messed up some stuff. And at the end of the day, one of you decided you did not want to clean up the mess. You just wanted to leave. And that's what it is. So listen, these are the 7, what did I say? 7, whatever. I really have to quit. But what I'm saying is that you have to understand something. Breakups are hard. Breakups hurt. Breakups are very disappointing and disheartening. But let me just put this in your ear. You are not broken. They didn't break you. The only thing they did was turn over the table your puzzle was on. All your pieces are all over the floor. Nothing's broken. The pieces are just on the floor. You just got to pick them up and put them back together. It takes time. Yes, you have to find all the pieces and match them up. Yes, it'll take time. While you're dumping the pieces back on the table, it looks like a mess. It looks difficult. But here's the advantage. You have the box with the picture on it. You know what the puzzle's supposed to look like when it's finished. So stop saying, I'm broken. He broke me. She broke me. They did not. It is impossible to break you. It can't happen. The only thing that was done when he or she left you is they just knocked over the table with your puzzle on it. All your pieces, everything, you are on the floor in a couple of thousand pieces. You just have to pick up the puzzle and put it back together. That's all. That's all. And the longer you sit there at the table crying and whining about all your puzzle pieces on the floor, your puzzle doesn't get put back together. So that's what I'm saying. Not broken. No. Stop saying that. Get on your knees, pick up those pieces off the floor, put them back on the table, and put your puzzle back together. His relationships with EJ82. Thanks for watching.